Innistrad Midnight Hunt is approaching, and you can become a part of the pack. All pre-orders for Innistrad Midnight Hunt products will come with an all-new exclusive Covert Go Blue Wolf token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a CGB token for free. Get your pre-orders in and join the Midnight Hunt. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, we're going to answer the totally ripped off question. Is it good? IZZET. Good. Is it good? Is it tier 1? Even more important is what we're here to answer today. Is it tier 1? There's been a lot of debate, like since the very first day of 2022 standard being a queue you could play. I played Izzet Dragons, I made a video about it, and I wanted to know that very answer. Is this the best deck in the format? Because everybody saw that it was a competitive standard deck that lost very few cards, and everybody knows that Goldspan Dragon Alrund's Epiphany is absolutely busted. So this was definitely a level 1 meta deck. And right out of the gate, the decks that rose to compete with it, particularly Mono Green, kind of gave it a hard time. The deck actually had a ton of trouble. Mono Green and Mono White both made the deck have these really awkward draws where it couldn't deal, and it had to do things like make a treasure and expressive iteration. Maybe it played a Galazeth Prismari that got taken out by a Blizzard Brawl, and the deck showed very quickly that it was vulnerable to these aggro decks. Then, as other control decks emerged to take on the aggro decks, the Izzet deck was able to load up with counter spells and beat those decks because it can kind of play a tempo game, and it's hard to counter the dragon and all the mana that the dragon produces if it gets on the battlefield through the counter war. So, this was good against the control decks, and then the Blood Money type decks showed up, and this is still a tough matchup, and Simic Ramp showed up, and this is still a tough matchup there. So, the question that maybe we should have been asking all along is, can this deck solve the aggro conundrum? And kind of risky to make this right after I made a mono green video, because we might run into it on ladder, but I don't play against nearly as much mono green, which was by far is its worst matchup. Now we're playing against mono white a lot, and that deck's best starts can be trumped by one card. That card is Cinderclasm. I've added 4 copies of Cinderclasm to the list, so that when my opponent goes turn 1 Usher of the Fallen or Monk of the Open Fist, turn 2 Luminarch Aspirant, I can go Cinderclasm and they both just die. And it's awesome. Save it for a little later, they play their Clarion Spirit, they trigger it, they put their Code Spell Cleric down, they put the trigger on the stack, Cinderclasm, kill them all. We can twist the mono white matchup just by playing Cinderclasm. Do you notice what's not in the deck? Snowlands. Redain is actually becoming very normal for that deck, so I completely chopped out the Snowlands and Frostbite. Frostbite has a lot of issues. Its favorite target should be the pack leader, but on the draw, you can't even hit Werewolf pack leader with Frostbite anyway. So what if we cut the Frostbites and the Faceless Havens? And what if we go with lands like Shatterskull Smashing? Awesome. And what if we then, without any snow requirements in the deck, we can play Cinderclasm and Dragon's Fire as our 2-mana removal? I think that it adds... I think it's what we really need to be doing. I really do. After playing it a bit, I'm like, okay, the Cinderclasm Dragon's Fire thing is great. I never miss Frostbite very much. I think it was time for that card to at least hit the sidelines until the meta changes again. The ability to have kind of these I win buttons, Cinderclasm against white, we're still very rough against green. We have to draw a ton of Dragon's Fires, but it allows us to devote the rest of the deck to winning the mid-range and control matchups, and I mean winning them. We've got 4 copies of Saw coming, of course, and we've got 4 copies of Expressive Iteration, of course, but now we also have 4 copies of Behold the Multiverse to put our deck together, and 1 Disdainful Stroke, 1 Into the Royal, 1 Negate, and 1 Test of Talents for other interaction on the stack or using Into the Royal, like to bounce our dragon, you know, with some removal or a Doom Scar going on. Like, that's pretty solid. That's good stuff. And then, of course, the 4 Epiphanies, 2 Prismari commands. There's still some Isika's Chariots out there, and just, it's an all-around good card. And one thing I love about it is the draw 2, discard 2 lets you get rid of Cinderclasm in the matchups where it's bad, or get rid of the counter spells in the matchup where it's bad. Well, other things we're not running. Magma Opus. Too expensive, too slow. Galazeth Prismari. This is one I've been like, why are people still playing this card? We don't have Maze Mind Tome. It just always gets eaten by Skyclave Apparition or Blizzard Brawl in those matchups. And if you play it against a control matchup, they just have kill spell for it. They're full of kill spells. It doesn't really do anything. So we cut all the creatures except for the Goldspan Dragon and Hall of the Storm Giants. And honestly, I haven't felt like I need more. They've gotten the job done again and again because you just set your deck up to protect them instead of trying to have a plan B. I mean, Test of Talents can exile some instants and sorceries, but it won't take all the dragons out of your deck. So, all right, that's an introduction to why we built the deck the way we did. Let's go find out if this is still a tier 1 competitor. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Hello, deck? You need the right mana? Deck? Why is my 26 lander getting 2 landers with bad... Where's my hand smooth? Hello? I demand a hand smooth right now. Iteration on the draw is really slow. But it's 2 cards, so it undoes a mulligan. It's a tough call. I think I'm going to take out the command. Using the draw mode isn't very good when you mulligan. Okay. I'll drop a Snarl. Against ramp. Well, I guess we need to find some counter spells. And just chill. Okay, well, that's a ramp card we can kill. Bang. Slow down. We gotta find a counter for that Alrund's Epiphany. When do we do it? And we can foretell this turn, play this next turn. Or we can try to get the counter now. I think we need to get it into our hand. Finding the Test of Talents, for example. I can't even. 92%? We are going to lose number status if we lose this game. It's gonna plummet. We're on the draw, so that's bad. But let's hang on to this and see what happens. Boom, Shambling Ghast. Okay. Two iterations and behold the multiverse. We have a lot of card advantage. I think we foretell. We don't have to worry about dragons firing this. They didn't Deadly Dispute. Cinderclasm for one thing seems a bit much. Can probably find another place for it. Alright. I want to play this on red, but I also want to have Saw coming open, and we have Snarls in the deck. So, a little risky playing out all our basics. Might have to play a tap land later. I don't think that's too bad, though. Shambling Ghast continuing its march of domination. Let's go ahead and behold. Hall of the Storm Giants, tap land, another Cinderclasm. Don't need that, but I'll take the potential win con in the hall. So this play opens up the Cinderclasms. We can foretell this. Pass the turn. No discard. Hold on to the iterations for later when we're more likely to be able to use it for 2 spells. Oh, feisty. Okay. Opponent hoping this works out. Stone Rain you. One less haven in the world. And they missed their land drop. Nasty. Let's pass. Very comfortable right now. There's another creature to Cinderclasm. They can Deadly Dispute if they drew it. So let's kill these now. Oh, hello. Say hello to my little friend. Dragon sure knows how to be on time. Yeah, slam it. You know what? You can even have it. That's fine. Enjoy. I hope it's everything you dreamed that card could be. Hand, exile, and reveal. Would you like to scoop now or after this beating I give you? Your call. In comes the Hall of Storm Giants. Opponent's life total falls well below 0. Almost elite, but not quite. All right, 612. We're gonna farm number 612 for rank. Might draw a second Hall in a row, so playing Hall early is probably usually right. Probably usually. My commentary is so helpful, CGB. Set up the Saw It Coming. I've taken to trying to set up Saw It Coming on turn 2 more, just because you play Dragon, you want to have Saw It Coming. Black-red. What are you doing, Black-red? Hunting for some specimens. Gotcha. Alright, Dragon. Easy. But will we draw land is starting to be the thing, as we don't have any card draw effects. What can they do for 3? I don't think it's anything scary. I'm going to Foretell. Then we're going to start holding mana up next turn for Immerstorm Predator and nonsense like that. I think they're just going to environmental sciences here. Okay. Merchant's fine. It is what it is. Maybe we'll shoot it with the Dragon's Fire. Especially if we draw a land. Do this before Deadly Dispute or some sacrifice effect is online. Let's go mana. I mean, we basically drew right into it all, you know? We just need one more land. Ow. Okay. The Twitcher. Anybody else? Yes, play them all. They don't see Cinderclasm coming. All right, if we go for this here, we really need to draw the land. Because if we don't... Oh, and by the way, it has to be an untapped land. So right now you have to ask yourself, what do you believe? I believe... Counting my lands. Yeah, it's 4. Just like you. About to be 5, I'll have you know. Another Sciences. And a mascot. And... I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. You triggered? You mad? Opponent, like, holding that land, being like, how lucky. I know. Could Dragons fire it? What can they do for 1 mana? Nothing, right? Just counter it. Just counter it. There's no way they're gonna kill my dragon for that. Alright, play Aghast. Will we have the mana to kill that ghast? And also activate the hall. Maybe. If we go 2 damage and target this, it makes another treasure. Sacrifice that 1/2. Nope. Pretty off, aren't we? Yeah, we're a bit off. Can't get the hall through. Still way ahead, though. Opponent still has to solve the board. Yeah, get in there. I think that's a blood on the snow, and they have a dragon to get back. How are we gonna get rid of that? Not a blood on the snow. Okay. Deadly Dispute, okay. Could respond with a Prismari command and try to draw a counter, but I think we just let this ride. Opponent didn't even try to kill a bird. We got some kind of a big plan for their mana. They've got a merchant. I don't know if that's gonna help. All right, let's go with 2 damage and treasure. Did I really just do that? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's a special kind of moment. It's good stuff. Quick, kill him and get out of here and pretend that never happened. Editor, don't put that on YouTube. Editor, don't do it. Hi, Rob. Hi. Let's fight. Let's fight. How's my day? Oh, you know, just misplaying my Prismari commands, but nobody's watching, so it's fine. Let's get snarling. Snarling like Arlen. Innistrad Midnight Hunt. So hard to play current set when there's new cards coming, but we do what we can. It's a great time also to reflect on what we've learned about the format before it changes again. Foretell. All right, iTwitch is here. Cinderclasm is somewhere in the library. Black-White Snarl. Point of damage. 2 iTwitches. All right, Cinderclasm does need to be located. I think what we're actually going to do, though, is command ourselves and just try to find a dragon. If I only choose the good modes and target myself, nothing bad can happen, right? I'm not going to shock myself that way. Yeah, that's right. So, Foretell. Interesting. What is their deck? I don't know. No dragon. Think I'm discarding these spot removal spells. Dragon! Magic is easy, guys. It's so easy. I don't know what these whiny pants talking about how hard Magic is and how tilting. I don't understand. I just draw what I need to. While Merchant's on a break, I'm just gonna take it from him for a minute. Magic is easy. Just draw what you need. Vanishing Verse. No. Let's not do that. See if we can locate a way to remove this obnoxious little thing. Plasm and dragon seems good. Dragon to hand. Always have to, like, dial in for a second there. I'll play this first. Attack first. See if you learn anything. All right. Couple of lessons there, but take another 4. And the dragon endures. The counter spells are ready. Vanishing verse. I will take a treasure, thank you. And then I will counter your verse. Are you annoyed yet? What do you think? They got a Doomscar? It doesn't matter what they have. It really doesn't. Behold, double dragon. Why not? It just doesn't matter what they do. It is so broken. There's your Doomscar. Yep. Countered. What's your next trick? Does it stop dragons? Does it get around counter spells? Can it be countered? If it can be countered, I don't care. All right, that was disgusting and beautiful at the same time. 94%. Okay, gots to win. Gots to win. Do not want to fall all those ranks. Got a little bit of something for everything. In the slow matchups, we have Behold. In the fast ones, we have Klasm. Prismari Command into Dragon. We just don't have a counter spell. If we had a counter spell to protect the dragon, hand would be flawless. But I'm sure we'll dig something up. Let's go ahead and foretell. Tapped Snarl to start. Man, everybody's snarling today. Clarion, on. Gotta hit land. We could go 4 deep with Behold or 3 with Iteration. And I think 4 deep makes a lot more sense, but Iteration is also just a more awkward card. I don't know. What am I supposed to do here? I guess if I miss the land drop, I'm probably dead. But this is instant speed and I can play it later, which is so much better. Ugh. Tough call. Shuffler's fine. Shuffler is absolutely fine. Well, that goes in the video. Can't cut this. This is now evidence of a crime committed by Wizards of the Crime Syndicate Coast. 26 land deck. 3 Dragonfires on top. Thank you, Wizards. Well played. It would be a nice time to draw a mountain. It would be a real nice time for a mountain. Okay. Okay, deck. I think we need to kill off the monk and make a treasure. But they could play Portable Hole. All right, we say go. We say go. And just try to react to the trigger of the monk going to level 2. With the Prismari command, we make the treasure, then we Cinderclasm the board. Everybody? Fun. Owie. Take the damage, see what they do. Wait. They could have 2 instants. They could respond to the Prismari command with them. Would be bad. They pass turn. Alright. In that case... get rid of that for sure. Do I want to get rid of the Dragon's Fire and keep basically the combo? I think I do. Those Dragon Fires were garbage the whole time. Our opponent might have Kabira Takedown, which would kill the dragon, but we could Cinderclasm in response. But it wouldn't be enough, right? Right. If we Cinderclasm to response, it would only be for 1. Oh no, the Takedown would make a treasure. Let's see. We'd play it, Takedown makes a treasure, then we Cinderclasm for 1. Nope, we would need 1 more land. So yeah, we're going to Cinderclasm this turn. And we'll wait and try to do it in response to whatever the opponent's going to do on their turn. And then we'll Dragon and Epiphany and all the goods. Bang. Clasm you. Bye. Our opponent's still stuck on 2 land, by the way. I'm working way too hard to try to beat a 2-land draw. And they did slow roll. They did slow roll. Like they kinda should. Alright. Nice and easy. Dragon. Into the Royal. We didn't draw a counterspell, but it is Dragon Protection. If they find a way to kill it, we can bounce it to our hand. Not even sure what that is for this mana. Oh, I know what it is. It's Thundering Rebuke. They actually did have the answer, didn't they? Yeah, they got me. Go ahead and take. Not in a hurry to Dragonfire here because we can use these for double mana in the future. Same with the Behold. Because now we can, because we saved the treasure, we can Epiphany this turn. And Dragon again. They're not quite dead, are they? Maybe they'll be demoralized to death. Yes, they are demoralized to death. We battle Gonzo. Okay, Gonzo. Let's play. Land. Island, huh? Yeah, let's get you foretold. Going to have a counter mage war? A blue-red mage war? Oh boy. How exciting. Say go. See if we want to use a command here. Or if we want to behold. Depends what the opponent does. It's foretell versus foretell. An epic showdown of mages foretelling spells. They are Jeskai, okay? Plasm can go, Smashing can go? I guess this is just a tap land. Smashing can be untapped. This can go. What do you think? Do they have a counter spell? Is this going to resolve? I'm kind of tempted to just go for it. Why is this in my way? There we go. I don't know, guys. I feel like this could work. I feel like we jam. I feel like we jam. Yeah. Boo. Okay. Let's go ahead and use this mana while we can. Iteration will take. Hopefully help us find more answers. Test of Talents will have to wait. Dragon down. Now we have to find an answer to our opponent's dragon. Was I impatient? Did I goof it up? Ooh, they missed on land. But they have one anyway. Always lucky. Need to find our own dragon here. We do. To go with our Dragon's Fire. Deck Exile? Looks like we might be trying to make the play they made on us. Did they hold a Saw It Coming? Some kind of protection spell? Do they have a negate? We'll see. Ooh, tapped land. Greedy Valakut Awakening in the deck gets them. I think we should wait a turn on the dragon this time. I think it's too risky. If we get it killed, our Dragon's Fire doesn't work on their dragon. Life is sad. But we can do this. And then let's save the Test of Talents to fight to make sure Dragon's Fire works. Coward. Not even going for it. Absolute cowardice. All right. Well. See if they're down to fight again. Gotta protect this dragon. No choice. Boy, did they come prepared. My goodness, did they come prepared. So, let's see if they gold span here. If they have another counter, because I think this is an Epiphany at this point. If they have another counter for our Epiphany, you know, GG. You did it. Okay. Game on. Gotta try resolving it first to make sure it actually resolves. But I like to Klasm my own squad. Awkward. I'll Klasm our opponent's bird squad in a minute. But we got to resolve all of our Epiphanies, which is a big deal. They often get countered in this matchup. Hold this to discard to the command, I think. Nah, they're just gonna get so much mana anyway. Let's make our own treasure. Or we could zap face, and then it's a 2-turn clock to the birds. Maybe that's not the worst idea. All right, do this correct this time. Saw it coming, and another Dragon's Fire. Okay. Plasm, Snarl, you're out of there. I think. 2 Dragon's Fires to take out down the gold span is something. It's not nothing. So they're going to have their own Epiphany, which we counter and then win. So we attack. They're attacking first. Might want to make sure that Epiphany resolved first. But they did see a counter a few turns ago. They might be feeling brave. Eh? What you got? Crush the weak. They can still Epiphany from here, so we gotta let that resolve. Awkward. They can float the mana. Morehold Command. Creatures you control gain +1/+0 and indestructible. And just kill it next turn. What else are they doing? Sacrificing a permanent to draw 2 cards. Alright, we'll counter it. Too much advantage. Wait a minute. Hold on. If I counter Crush the Weak now, do they lose? It's a long shot. But it could work. Let's see. They still might be able to kill a bird or something like that, but I just need to top deck some damage. Maybe I should have let them make that choice. They might have sacrificed a treasure. I could have waited one more step on that play. They need another way to sweep the board. They have it. Of course they have it. Of course they have it. Not saying it isn't an interesting game, but it is a frustrating one. They've definitely had all of the it, and we got... I don't know. I don't know what to say. Let's hold this in case we draw another Prismari command. Maybe I was too aggressive. I still think it's right, though. These Jeskai decks are so greedy with the cards they play. Oh my god, see what I mean? Like, I think we have to be aggressive against this. I don't think we usually win if we aren't. Yeah, that won't do. What was the card? Yeah, it was an Epiphany the whole time. 3 Saw It Comings on the draw. All right, the Dragon's Fire makes it a keep, but I am terrified I'm going to get run over and that our opponent's going to go turn 1 like Paladin class or something. And God, Saw It Coming can be so bad. It hurts my soul to say that, but it's so true. Well, if they have turn 1 creature, they had to think about it a while, though. Maybe we're not in that much danger. Esper? Okay. Another Control Mirror already? Shuffler? Shuffler! Hello? Well, if we're in a Control Mirror, there are a lot worse things that could happen than drawing all 4 Saw It Coming. I mean, not a mirror for sure. Our opponent is definitely a very different deck, but what do they need? They need to resolve their Planeswalkers to win, right? They do have Vanishing Verse to take on our Hall of the Storm Giants. Goldspan Dragon is unlikely to resolve, same for Epiphany, but they probably have a lot of ways to kill a Goldspan. We're gonna just foretell every turn. Forever. And ever. They missed a land drop. Alright, there's Hall. We can just... Once we get enough mana to Saw It Coming and Hall, we can just attack them down for the rest of the game. Professor of Sim blah blah blah. Go get your science. Go get your science on. Doesn't cast it, so obvious counterspell here. Let's go ahead and kill their Professor, so we don't have to worry about any clock. They don't have enough mana, though, to kill the Hall, so we attack with it. What could they do? They could play a Mordenkainen and make a dog. If they do that, we can Alrund's Epiphany, and then figure that things out from there. They missed their last land drop, so it's unlikely they can play a 6-mana Planeswalker here. So let's just punch them for 7. There's only so much of that they can take. If they spend their turn on environmental sciences, we do it again. Okay, yeah, they know. They're scared. They are scared. So we could go for Goldspan and see if we can draw out one of their counter spells or removal spells this way. With all these Saw It Comings, let's just try to lean on them while they don't have much mana. We want them to spend a Vanishing Verse. They go for Disdainful Stroke, we'll go for Counter. They might win this counter war, but this is all pressure. Like, they can't sit back on counters if they don't have any. So if they start using their mana, we can start punching them with the Hall. And if they ever tap out too much, we just play Alrund's Epiphany. Yep, here comes Sciences. What's that? You don't have chump blockers? Let's go. Oh, Soul Shatter, no! Not that, anything but that. Alright. Looks like this is gonna be a harder game than expected. Let's do this first. Behold, the multiverse. 2 Prismari commands. I mean, they're card advantage, they're kind of ramp. Yeah, let's just burn face. Every little bit helps. We are the aggressor. Again. Could just let that be. Opponent seems pretty happy about it. Nah. Fight. Keep picking fights. Make them have absolutely everything all of the time. Eventually they won't. Interesting that they didn't counter the dragon. They stuck with Divide by 0 on the dragon. Very weird. They had a chance to just straight up counter it, so maybe they want me to play it again next turn. Something to keep in mind. I don't know. People get really committed to winning counter wars, though, so who knows? All right, they get blue number 3. Let's try you again. They do not quit, do they? Okay. Did we both draw all 4 Saw It Comings? They drew 3. They drew 3 Saw It Comings, 2 Divide by Zeros, and Disdainful Stroke. Dude. Is the Shuffler the most rigged thing in the world, or just something that looks more rigged than everything else in the world? Important questions. I mean, you're never gonna cast that. Let's be real. Okay. Fun. What else are you gonna get? Teachings. Let's go ahead and put this away. If they hit their land, I guess they can teachings. I mean, I'm waiting for them to draw all their dead cards. Draw their stupid Doom Scars. Draw the cards that you play for White Weenie, you know? They just don't do it. I guess we'll take a turn. Set up this Epiphany and Prismari Command and set up our dragon better. No. Let's not. Are they going to fight for this? If they tap out here fighting for this because they think I'm out of counter spells, they drew all 4 Saw It Comings. We drew all 4 Saw It Comings. They got greedy first. After all that, they got greedy first. Are you kidding me right now? After all that. All right, we do this. What a ridiculous game. 4 Saw It Comings versus 4 Saw It Comings. And a Disdainful Stroke each. And somehow we are the obliterator. Also, what was that? 3 divide by zeros? Jesus. So much work. And we are back for the post-game wraps. Let's check the stats powered by Untapped.g. 5-1. 40 minutes of gameplay, 5-1. Doing it. Lost to Jeskai in a shootout. Kind of got some revenge against Esper, showing that we could hang in the control matchups. We should. We've got 7 counter spells and a lot of card advantage. But also hanging against the aggro decks as well. We didn't play too many. Actually, I think the most aggro-y thing we played was this Boros deck. Everything else was like mid-range or control, which shows you that the meta is freaking weird. But that does tend to happen. So towards the very end of a format, like the very, very end on ladder, the only people left playing are the control mages and the mid-rangers because the aggro mages are bored. Mommy, I play my cards as fast as I can, and sometimes I win and sometimes I lose and I'm bored. And, you know, that's aggro mages. Typical aggro mage behavior. Control mages know that there's more of a puzzle to be solved, cards to be played in a certain order, choices to be made in your deck, metas to read, and so we have more fun. I will always stand by that statement. Control mages always have more fun. But is it tier 1 is the question we came to answer. And is it? I don't know. I can't get enough of that joke, but I like this build. I think that removing Frostbite removed a lot of the, like, one of the most narrow cards in the deck, a card that kind of relied on things to go right, playing 3 straight Snowlands. I think removing Faceless Haven, while it comes at a cost sometimes, not having that colorless source also makes the deck a little bit better, and we get to run Smashing. Smashing is amazing. Snarl can be untapped, which can be good. Hall is still doing its thing as our creature land. It's pretty good. So it's a contender for tier 1 for sure, and it might be there. Like the Cinderclasm thing, just as a way to hit white who's not prepared for it, is a huge kind of like 1 card trump against them that doesn't take too much away from the rest of our deck, because the rest of our deck can still run a ton of card advantage, a ton of counter spells to protect our dragon and do the Epiphany Dragon plan. So I think in the end, it's not for sure tier 1, but it's a contender, and you can put up good win rates. You can rank up. You can definitely hit Mythic, and if it's your jam, now is the time to jam. So On that note, I would like to say thank you very much. You stayed till the end. I really appreciate that. Watching the channel is supporting the channel, but if you'd like to do more, there is a great way to do it. You can hit the join button below and become a YouTube member. $4.99 a month gets you access to my Twitch VODs posted on YouTube ad-free so that you can use things like 2x speed, and it supports the channel. I really appreciate it. You also get to get like these badges, and you get to use emotes in the comments, so you get to look fancy pantsy in the comments. So hit the join button below if you'd like to support, and thank you to everybody who does. I appreciate you all very, very much. As always, you stayed till the end. You're cool.